What's up, y'all? It's Anthony with the Eating Man at LLC, restoring lives one home at a time. I'm back at you again. But for those looking to get into real estate investing, let me teach you. I acquired this property. All right, so this is again what's called the BRRR method. So BRRR stands for buy, it stands for renovate, it stands for rent, and then refinance. Okay, so BRRR, buy, renovate, rent, refinance. You have to do it in that order. So you have to purchase a property at a wholesale price, which we did for this property. All right. And so if you want to know exactly what I spent on this property for acquisition and renovation, go to my YouTube channel at youtube.com/Anthony Moore 2, and I will break down this entire deal for you. All right. So I'm going to do that video over the next couple of days while we're on kind of this holiday shutdown period, just so people can know what I did. So we bought this property. We renovated it. We spent about $13,000 renovating. That's tearing down the wall, painting, building the gable in the bathroom and things of that sort. And then we put a tenant in place. So the tenant that we have is a young man who really didn't have credit. It just wasn't bad. He just didn't have credit. He didn't have verified income. So we were able to put him in this property just based off of, my own background check, my assessment of him, my thought process on what I thought his ability is to make the monthly rent. So again, when you are a real estate investor, you are a landlord, you can give opportunities, economic improvement and development opportunities to people who normally wouldn't be able to afford them. You know what I mean? So not only that, we had several contractors on the job as well. So we were able to provide an opportunity for them to come and get bread. So, again, real estate investing is great, providing opportunity of economic development for quite a few people. So after we bought it, we renovated and we rented it, we had to wait for what's called a seasoning period. So every bank has a different seasoning period. Seasoning means that the bank wants to see that you have somebody in place and that you are making enough money in rent to cover any expenses, repairs, mortgage payments, insurance, taxes, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So we've now, since we rented the property out in July and it's now in December, we've had about 6 months of seasoning. And so I've already submitted the refinance package to the bank, and they're going to give me what's called 75% or 80% loan to value. So basically going to take the property value and I force the appreciation of this property by renovating it, right? So the goal in real estate investing is to buy properties that are below market value because they're in such a distressed condition. You renovate them, so you want to add renovations that are comparable to the area, and you want to look at what houses have sold in the area comparable to your property. All right. And that's what's called forcing the appreciation. So in essence, I took a house that fixed up could be worth $120,000, just to say. I mean, I'm not too far off on the math. I think this house is probably going to appraise for somewhere around 118, 120. All right. I bought it for 40, and I put 13 and some change into it. I've paid some taxes on it. So when you look at all the taxes, the insurance, the renovations, holding costs, I got about $20,000 into it. So now you're at $70,000, right? Well, once they refinance it, then I'm sorry, I paid for 40 for it. So now with the 20 and I'm at 60, right? So when they refinance it at 80% loan to value, they're going to give me somewhere between $85,000 and $90,000, right, back, and they're going to put a mortgage on this property. All right. So not only have I covered my acquisition costs, but I've covered all my renovation expenses, and I've also covered, a fair bit of profit on this property. And now I've got a situation where I have a mortgage on the property now versus now I own it free and clear, no encumbrances. But now I got a tenant in place who's going to pay on my mortgage, and then I'm going to have some cash flow at the end of it, right? So cash flow is the difference between what you make on the property and what you owe on the property, all right? So I'm not going to get into all those details right now. Again, if you want to see these details ironed out in a crystal clear cut form, go to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Anthony Moore 2. I'll break everything down to you. I'll pull the veil so you can see what happens behind the curtain and understand this. And if you want some one-on-one consulting where I'll spend time with you and explain to you, You know, everything that I've learned, that I've paid over $30,000 to sit in the classroom and learn, but more importantly, my time, as well as the school of hard knocks, all the mistakes, the rookie mistakes that I learned. I will show you all the things that I wish I had known when I started. I'll teach you how not to get sidetracked and bogged down in analytics and analysis paralysis. I'll show you how to take a little bit of information, put action behind it, and go get this money. Because money's out here, it's plentiful, it's around. There's no shortage of it, but sometimes you just gotta have somebody hold your hand and teach you exactly what to do and what pitfalls to avoid. And I'm more than willing to do that. So I've done this for free for quite some time, because again, I was kind of perfecting my trade, but now I have a system down, and I'm more than happy to share that with anybody for a fee, of course, right? So I'm still going to share free content all the time, because that's who I am at the heart. I'm a giver. I love to give, but at the same time, I think I should be compensated for, all the money I've spent, all the time that I've invested in learning these skill trades, and learning these different skill sets and techniques, and to be able to package it and give it to you. So at any rate, this is Anthony with Eden Mandate LLC, restoring lives one home at a time. I've been up here on this roof for a minute now, so I'm gonna go ahead and patch this thing up, call it a day, and then get back to planning the rest of my week out. So God bless y'all. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, please check out my YouTube channel and subscribe to that. I'd really appreciate that. I'm trying to grow up to 500 subscribers at least for 2021. I think we just went over 134, I believe. And so I appreciate all the support and the love, and just, all the encouragement that you guys share with me on my entrepreneurial journey. So I'm also started talking about trucking business. So I've had a lot of people reach out to me about their interest in starting a trucking business. So again, on my YouTube channel, I'll be sharing that good stuff with you as well. So, all right, thanks Dave for chiming in. Tell you I know you out there, man. Melissa, what's going on? Make sure I didn't leave anybody. Derek, what's going on? D. Ober. Hey Roy, what's going on, man? I appreciate y'all joining in. All right, talk to y'all later. Have a good day.